This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you are listening to the Capes and the Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
This is Kelly Thompson. You're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks.
And what about our Wayne's World podcast?
Ooh, what about it?
What about it? We're back. Welcome back to Wayne's World, the Deadpool podcast. I am Phil. Joining me as always, Mistress of Mayhem and Pain. It is.
Hey y'all, it's
That's right. Some of you may have your fancy The Moon Knight podcast, but we have the Deadpool podcast. We have the Batman podcast.
I'll tell you what, we're definitely the only Deadpool podcast with a kick-ass theme song.
That's right. Thank you, Mikey Flash. I don't know. I've looked around before. I don't see, I don't know if there are any, other Deadpool podcasts out there. Like, you'll see, an episode here or there, but...
I was going to say, yeah, there's one, but they haven't posted since 2011. Or whenever the movie came out. Then they gave up.
Slackers. Gotta crack the whip.
Oh boy. We got a treat for you today, guys.
Oh yeah. As we threatened last time, Deadpool back in black. Deadpool, symbiotes, it's all good.
The cash grabbiest of the cash grabs!
Hey, it was the, I forget what year was this, 2016 again? I mean...
I was gonna say, it was the mid-teens. It was the mid-teens.
First issue.
What can you expect?
First issue, December 2016. Well, again, wasn't that movie, or was the movie out, or was it coming out? So, yeah, I mean...
It's coming out or something. Everything's a blur.
You want to cash? I mean, early 2010s were kind of cash grabby, but yeah, then that movie came out.
So we don't blame Colin Bunn. He's just trying to cash his check, bro, and doing the best he can with the crap they mandated.
And I think we said last time, this came, just like we're doing. It came right after Deadpool vs. Gambit, so it's like, they're like, get Bunn back in here. I see some guy chewing a cigar. Yeah, get Bunn back in here.
Exactly.
All right.
Wilson Fisk, that you?
J. Jonah. All right, so, yeah, we'll do this a little differently this time. I found some synopses. Some of these are a little wordy, but, so do you want me, should we do the first issue?
Yeah, let's do the first issue.
I need some Into the Night music. All right. All right. Issue 1. In the bell tower of Our Lady of Saints Church, Spider-Man struggles to remove the symbiotic black suit he's brought to Earth from Battleworld. He collapses from the pain and the symbiote detaches from him, destabilized by the tolling bell directly overhead. It tolls for thee. The symbiote crawls down a flight of stairs, having gained enough understanding of human emotions to know that its host would rather die than remain bonded to it. Sounds like a little dating life. And not yet comprehending the heartbreak that will turn it into a monster. Not willing to let its beloved host die, it turns its back and drags Peter to safety, ignoring his weak protests.
That's not the music. You need more horror music for that one.
Okay. Weakened to the brink of death, the symbiote sinks through the floorboards. Peter awakens soon afterwards, assumes he dragged himself to safety, egomaniac, and that the symbiote is dead and leaves, running into a mother and her child who are mortified by his lack of clothing.
Oh, he's in boxers. It's not like he's in tidy whities.
Like he's the first naked guy in a Catholic church. Come on.
Whoa, Philip! That's at Nightwing PvP.
As time, oh my God, you should have heard me. I left feedback for Into the Night, and I forget what I said. You said something, and I was like, hey, yeah, that's at Lilith Hellfire. Go get her, boys. As time passes, the symbiote slowly recuperates from its injuries, befriending a friendly old janitor who visits it and feeds it candy. Strangers with candy. During one of
supposed to be chocolate, not a gumball. I'm just saying.
It's supposed to be Reese's
Come on, Colin.
Feed an alien. It's supposed to be Reese's Pieces. Come on.
Chocolate, like I said.
During one of the janitor's visits, a UFO piloted by alien bounty hunter Killer Thrill, oh Lord, right from the 90s, and her associates Guz and Cold War attacks the church in search of the symbiote. While they gleefully raise the church with lasers, It attaches onto the janitor and carries him
Are they on top of sharks' heads?
It's lasers with a Z. Lasers. The shock is too much for the old man, and he dies of a heart attack, urging the symbiote to escape and telling it his death wasn't its fault. Without a host and hunted, the symbiote flees into the night in search of a new host. The symbiote makes its way to the club Venom nightclub. Get it?
Hey!
Where an eyeless Deadpool battles X-51 and a group of cyborg cultists under the thrall of Dance Macabre, the leader of the Mech Lords of Hell sect of the Cult of Kali. Despite being blind, Deadpool is able to kill some of the cultists, but is disarmed and restrained by X-51. Deadpool's eyes begin to regenerate, but just as he begins to succumb to Dance Macabre's mind control, the symbiote bonds to him, sprouting a fanged mouth. Deadpool slams X-51 to the ground and threatens to eat his brains, which X-51 urges him to do so that he will no longer be a threat. Deadpool regains control of himself, knocks X-51 out, and uses the symbiote's tentacles to wield multiple guns.
Those are definitely tentacles.
Oh, really? You think so?
I don't think those are tentacles.
Well, it's multiple swords and guns simultaneously killing several cultists. He discovers that the symbiote can shoot webbing like Spider-Man.
Hey!
And shoots webbing. And it uses it to restrain Dance Macabre and the remaining cultists. Remembering the symbiote from the brief time he had spent bonded to it, remember Deadpool's Secret Wars, Deadpool opts to keep
the other Secret Wars.
Deadpool opts to keep it this time and leaves the statue of Kali that he and X-51 had been after with the robot, who was surprised since Wade had previously intended to sell it. Killer Thrill, Guz, and Cold War arrive at Club Venom, noting that the Clintar has acquired a new superhuman host. Killer Thrill remarks that they'll have to tell their employer that acquiring the Clintar will take longer than expected, but looks forward to the challenge. Elsewhere, Deadpool web swings off into the night, the symbiote happy to be playing superhero again.
Okay. Where do we start with this one? The artwork's a little chunky, shall we say?
Were they going for like an 80s vibe?
It's chunky. That's all I'm saying. Not chunky. It's chunky. Like, the aesthetic's not my favorite. So sorry, Espen and Redmond. I don't know. Like, I like clean, crisp lines. Like, that is a thing. And with Deadpool, that's kind of a must, especially for like the background stuff.
I just wonder if maybe they were trying to do 80s art with like modern techniques.
That's how you get Comic Sans the font. That's all that I'm saying.
They were trying to do pencil art with probably digital means.
I don't know what it was. I'm not a fan of the art style. I think that the flow of the book is great. How they decided to lay out the panels and stuff.
Oh,
but yeah.
And one thing I don't understand, I mean, I think it's cute and everything. You know how they have like the little blurbs for different issues at the bottom of the pages?
Yeah.
But as far as I know, I think that was a 70s thing, not an 80s thing.
They're old. All time runs together, just like what we're experiencing right now.
Oh, is it sliding time?
It all blends together eventually.
Because I was going to say, I remember reading 80s comics. I don't remember seeing I'm pretty sure when I've reread old 70s stuff, that's where it's at.
Yeah. But again, well, Colin's not that old, so I don't know.
I know, probably my age. Shut up, love.
I said he's not that old.
I know. Oh my lord, but just burn at the disapproving glare of She-Man thing.
Yikes. Things you could get away with just a few years ago.
I know. Oh my lord, but some of these, I don't know if he did his research or what, because, yeah, the next page, it's a Bad Boys birthday party and Marvel Team Up 150, which I do believe it was. Black Tom was having his birthday party or something?
I think it was.
And it was timely because, yeah, after Marvel Team Up 150, that's when they switched to Web of Spider-Man #1, where the beginning of that issue took place, so Colin might actually did his homework, or he just remembered.
Well, no, he does. Like I said, he does the best that he can do with me. Like, they're like, hey, we need to do a Deadpool cash grab. Get Colin Bunn on the phone. And he does the best he can, with those mandates. I don't have a problem with it. It's just like, some choices. And I'm assuming those are editorial mandates or whatever. But bless his heart, he does do the best he can do in these cash grab situations. I like stories for Colin where he's free to do what he wants, especially his creator-owned book that he has. absolutely phenomenal. So, you know, I understand from a business point. He's got to get that money. But he does a good job, for the most part, with the cash grab.
Yeah, that's true.
We need the money. Gimme.
But no, I mean, yeah, especially with like these flashback issues, like you have to like work within Marvel continuity for the time too.
Exactly. That was still a thing, guys. Yeah.
Give me them bags of money.
He hit him right in the face with that sack. Money sack, that is. Smash it.
But it is Wade's World, so we can safely say
it's wintering time. Unfortunately, not in this episode, unless you count the alien abductions.
They're usually not interested in the front, Lilith Hellfire.
True. But yeah, this issue, actually, honestly, I didn't feel like it was a lot of setup or exposition other than like the Peter Parker thing, and that kind of just flowed pretty well. And,
yeah.
You know, they introduced the action pretty quick. That's all you can really ask for an issue 1.
Oh, yeah.
In a 5-part miniseries or cash grab or whatever. Whatever you want to call it.
All right. Do you want to get to issue 2? Because it gets even weirder.
Oh, yes. Like, definitely do not be smoking the devil's lettuce.
Those jazz.
While you're reading this.
Those jazz cigarettes, say.
Smoke the doobie.
All right. So, issue 2. Perched on one of the Chrysler Building's gargoyles, Deadpool swings off into the night, unaware that he is being watched by the Black Hat, who mistakes.
She's like, "Ooh, I know that black suit. Mm-hmm. Go get me some."
Who mistakes?
Hi, Felicia.
Ah! Oh my lord! But again, like everyone's like mistaking him for Spider-Man. It's like there's no spider on that chest. Come on. Who mistakes him for Spider-Man and by Thrill Killer's bounty hunting team. Killer Thrill gleefully remarks she was right in predicting that Clintar would try to play at being a superhero. Guz asks if they should attack, but Killer Thrill tells him to wait, saying that the Clintar's price will go up if it proves itself a genuine hero. Cold War alerts Killer Thrill to the arrival of other aliens in the area, but she disregards him, saying that if the interlopers interfere with their mission, they'll murderize them. Again, Lilith. At a popular pizza parlor, the Power Pack, oh lord, is attending the birthday party of...
I thought they were pizza owners.
Oh.
Boston pizza owners.
I thought they were Boston pizza owners.
We have a drop for everything.
Nailed it.
The birthday party of Francine, one of their friends. When Francine's mother announces the arrival of a very special guest, Jack Power snidely predicts that it's going to be a clown, but Alex tells him to knock it off. The very special guest, Yan Bunny Ears, steps out from behind the curtain, revealing himself to be Obnoxio, a grotesque and vulgar clown. The children are disgusted by his crude
antics. Send in the clown.
The children are disgusted by his crude antics, and when Obnoxio casually attempts to steal birthday money from the cards to pay his alimony, the Power Pack prepares to attack him. Before they can do so, a chunk of the ceiling collapses to reveal a spaceship. Jack recognizes it as belonging to the Snarks, a species of reptilian aliens with grasshopper-like hind legs, or the Republican Party. The Snarks warp into the party, intending to capture the Power Pack, who put up a decent fight, ineffectually aided by Obnoxio. The Snarks produce special ordnance that neutralizes the Power Pack's powers. But before they can abduct the children, Deadpool arrives through the hole in the roof, complaining about never getting invited to birthday parties. Jack mistakes him for Spider-Man, but Deadpool remarks that luckily for them, he's not Spider-Man, noting that for some reason the very mention of the wall crawler's name angers him. Deadpool trounces the Snarks, who beam down the Super Snark, a bulky Snark with mechanized arms and legs. With Obnoxio distracts the Snooper Snark by squirting him in the face with a spray bottle of urine. Yes.
Deadpool... Not in the face!
Don't you hate when you get that urine in the face, Little Hellfire?
My dogs know better.
Well, okay, dogs, we'll go with that. Okay.
Not in the face!
Deadpool recognizes him of the host of an old children's TV show who had suffered a mental breakdown. Lampooning Spider-Man's catchphrase, Deadpool and Power Pack overwhelm the Snarks, who will return to their ship. When Jack laments that they'll return eventually, Deadpool ponders how best to prevent that in a heroic fashion. In their ship, the Snarks bicker amongst themselves over who will report their failure to capture the power pack, the Queen Maraud. Just as they realize one of their enemies had been wearing a clintar, Deadpool lands on their viewport, sporting a fanged maw, long tongue, and claws. The 90s. Quipping that frog legs are on the menu, Deadpool smashes through the view screen with a flurry of tendrils and devours them, causing their ship to crash land in the East River. At the pizza parlor, Julie remarks that they've hopefully brought a brief reprieve from the alien attacks, while Catherine prepares to blast Obnoxio, calling him a bad clown. Deadpool
you're a bad clown, mister.
Bad man. Deadpool
It's my favorite panel, actually.
Not the urine. Deadpool returns and Catherine hugs him, saying she thought he was going to leave before she could thank him, and then recoils in disgust, saying he smells like the East River. Obnoxio also hugged Deadpool, shamelessly trying to pick his pocket in the process and accidentally goosing him.
Julie ain't no pockets in that one.
Hell.
Pouches, yes. Pockets, no.
Julie asks what happened to the Snarks, and Deadpool belches and awkwardly states they teleported away before the crash. As he swings away, Obnoxio asks the Power Pack if they need a clown mascot, causing them to glare at him. As he swings away, Deadpool mockingly ponders Spider-Man's status quo of thankless heroics and needing to pay the bills. Realizing he's being followed as Black Cat lands behind him, quipping that she's just hit the jackpot.
Don't you go steal the Mary Jane's line.
That's right, Heifer.
Yeah. You couldn't even marry him with a real name, so you just suck it, Felicia.
Oh! Not even in this universe. How dare you?
I know.
But, yeah, I'm not...
I do like this last page for this issue. I like the little touches of graffiti with the skyline and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This was very tolerable art for this particular page.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
Power Pack, though? Really? And clowns? Come on. And lizards? Like, it was too much. It was too much going on for me.
I don't know about Obnoxio, but I mean, Power Pack was like a part of the 80s, and so were those Snark things.
I know, but like, it was too much.
I know.
It was too much.
Hey,
I think that's the problem with these. It's just too much jam-packed in there. It's like really no story, no rhyme, no reason. We're just doing, like I said, it's the definition of a cash grab. No rhyme, no reason, no purpose, other than, hey, I wonder if these idiots will buy it.
Plus, we gotta drag
I'll be your idiot. I'll buy it.
Plus, we gotta drag it out to 5, Lilith Hellfire.
I mean, I don't know. Marvel's 80s is not like my favorite thing, so it's more like, late 80s to early 2000s, and then it takes like a dip, and then it's like 2008 to like 2014, and now it's currently on another dip. So
seriously,
it's like the stock market, up and down.
Whoa, hell.
Hey, it's Wade's World. I'll allow it.
I'll be the idiot.
Exactly. I'm telling you, Marvel's taking more lunch money from nerds than I don't know what. And this is just like the definition.
We need the money.
But,
Gimme.
But again, it's fast paced. It's action packed. It's a quick read, and you don't really realize, like, wait, how much did I pay for this? And that's all you can really ask for a cash grab. Is at least it's exciting.
Yes, $3.99 an issue.
Oof. Hold the line at $1.99. What happened?
Again, give me the cheapest paper you can find. I'll pay, but give me the $1.99 price. That's what I said. Remember when the movie theaters were, what was it, like one day maybe doing like old prices? Come on, comics. 1 month, do the old prices. No.
It'd be about characters we didn't give a poop about, though. It'd be Power Pack. Hey, kids!
I know. And the only thing I feel bad about is like, yeah, because then at least the creative team can get paid.
Yeah, I mean, I complain, but it's like, you have to give me quality if you're going to raise these prices.
Oh,
and
yeah,
in a lot of cases, especially looking at DC, that just didn't happen.
And everything doesn't have to be big, huge.
And it doesn't even go to the creative team, quiet as it's kept.
Oh.
So, that's why it's such a big creator-owner boom, happening right now because of the years of, mistreatment on the business end of things. Sure, you're famous, but you're going to be at every con every weekend signing in Artist Alley to make ends meet.
Yep.
So, but like I said, for a cash grab, it's fast-paced. It's got a lot of action. If you have a short attention span, this is definitely the Deadpool miniseries for you.
This one's for you. Oh, yeah.
Okay, next issue. Did you have a favorite panel? Like I said, mine is hurt the girl calling him a bad clown. Because I'm like, yeah, you are.
That's probably the best, that's probably the best panel.
It was cute. But we don't ever need another Power Pack book.
I know, they keep trying to resurrect that. I don't think it goes anywhere.
Well, you know what it would be perfect for? It would actually be perfect for like a Disney Plus animated. You know?
Yeah. But again, they suffer from the same thing as Franklin Richards and Billy Connors. It's like you never know how old they are.
Sliding time is not kind.
Because one day they'll be like in elementary school, and then they're like in college, and then it keeps going back and forth.
Because it's all happening on different Earths and different universes. Duh.
No, that's DC.
Oh, Marvel can be guilty of it too. They just forget to tell you in Marvel. Like, whoops! I meant for that to be on Earth 772. Issue 3.
Having mistaken Deadpool for Spider-Man due to his black costume, Black Cat flirtatiously approaches him. Because how else does she do things? Deadpool awkwardly...
You've seen the suit. You know what's going on. She wants some attention.
Gimme. Deadpool awkwardly attempts to inform her that he's not Spider-Man. Misinterpreting this, Black Cat tells him she can accept that he cannot be Spider-Man all the time and that she wants to give their relationship another shot. Deadpool attempts to excuse himself to go fight crime, but Black Cat accompanies him. Mulling over the moral dilemma of whether or not to take advantage of Black Cat, mistaking him for Spider-Man, Deadpool thinks to himself about how lucky Spider-Man is to have such an attractive woman pursuing him. The irate symbiote refuses to shoot a web line and Deadpool falls, but Black Cat catches him and cracks an innuendo about him being out of web fluid.
Hey, that's my kind of girl. Also, I love the artwork for Black Cat, and this is the best thing about the issue. I'm really, really enamored with this style for Black Cat.
Yeah, she.
And it's not as gratuitous as it could be either, so... Great job on the restraint, boys.
Concerned about his suit's vehemence towards Spider-Man, Deadpool changes...
Oh, wait, we forgot to mention that this issue was not for bunny lovers.
Oh, yes, it
like
does.
Myself.
It does say that and show that on the cover, yes. Deadpool changes the subject by pointing out a jewelry store burglary seemingly being carried out by a swarm of white rabbits. Here we go.
Down the rabbit hole we go.
What?
Hurry it up, fellas. Your booty. Like, I don't feel like they went in deep enough.
Exiting the store, White Rabbit, urges her rabbit-masked thugs to load their loot into the van. When one of the thugs protests that they should have stolen the jewelry instead of watches, she snaps that she's a themed villain and that she doesn't want to lose her branding. She has to stick to her gimmick.
Oh my god! So meta it hurts! So meta it hurts!
Every villain in Gotham's being feeling called out.
Marvel's learning.
Deadpool and Black Cat intervene with the former referencing the Little Bunny Foo-Foo nursery rhyme. Deadpool's dismayed with White Rabbit doesn't get the reference and protests that she's not a goon but a top-tier crime lord, forcing him to explain the joke, while Black Cat remarks that Spider-Man's quote-unquote witty banter game is off. White Rabbit sicks her swarm of rabbits on them, causing Deadpool and Black Cat to laugh while she reveals that the rabbits were genetically engineered to carry a super virus. The rabbits rapidly mutate into diseased feral forms and attack Deadpool, while Black Cat uses her probability manipulation powers to dodge White Rabbit's umbrella machine gun and get up close and personal.
Wait. DC would like to have a word with you. I believe they patented the umbrella gun. I believe they bought that patent from the freaking James Bond universe. So we're going to need to see some reparations for the use of an umbrella machine gun. Burn.
Oh, good lord. Watching the battle from their UFO, Killer Thrill asks Guz and Cold War...
This isn't a Simpsons episode. Never you mind.
No. What the fluffy white puffballs swarming the Clintar's host are, expressing disgust when told they're rabbits, and then delight when told they're diseased. Guz states that they can't risk intervening when they don't know what effects the disease will have on them, activating a sonic weapon that causes the rabbits' heads to explode.
Gruesome.
Yeah. Black Cat and White Rabbit are splattered in rabbit gore, and White Rabbit furiously activates her boot jets and opens fire on Deadpool with her machine gun.
I love how he's like, I'm bulletproof, by the way. I'm like, technically no. Not even bullet resistant. You just come back. It's fine.
I don't know, that symbiote can catch bullets sometimes.
Sometimes.
Seeing Spider-Man be directly hit, Black Cat is horrified, but to both her and Deadpool's surprise, the symbiote blocks the bullets. Gleeful over his new ability, Deadpool prepares to pursue White Rabbit, but is blasted by a bolt of electricity that briefly sears the symbiote off him.
Also for further reading, because there is a note in here, see the Storm and Deadpool Beauty and the Beast 2 limited series.
Which I don't think is real, but I guess.
Exactly.
Killer Thrill, Guz, and Cold War reveal their presence to their quarry and introduce themselves, with Killer Thrill flirtatiously demanding Deadpool hand over the Clintar. Black Cat asks Deadpool if he knows who the floozy is, and is angered when he says he knows a lot of floozies, and then asks if she thinks...
He ain't never lied.
I know. And then asks if she thinks hand over the Clintar is an innuendo.
See, she can be funny sometimes.
Deadpool realizes that he can shoot webs again. Then has the epiphany that the suit is doing it for him, and that it must be what the 3 alien bounty hunters are after. Black Cat attacks Killer Thrill with her claws, but Killer Thrill uses her psychic powers in an attempt to fry Black Cat's brain. Angry,
homie, she threw carrots at her. Like, I don't think y'all understand how bonkers this issue is.
Angry, Deadpool grabs her by the throat with a tendril and throws her into her comrades, snapping that while the unconscious Black Cat might not know who he really is, he's not going to let her be physically sucker punched. Or psychically sucker punched. Deadpool helps Black Cat to get her feet, but Killer Thrill reveals that she's taken control of Black Cat's mind and uses her body to attack him. While Deadpool is distracted, Killer Thrill retrieves her laser cannon and prepares to shoot him, but White Rabbit attacks her from behind with carrot-shaped throwing darts to avenge her bunnies. Black Cat collapses back into unconsciousness, and Deadpool eases her to the ground, telling her to sleep it off. Killer Thrill...
Sleep tight, kitty cat!
Oh, good lord. Killer Thrill compliments White Rabbit, saying it's the first time she's been hurt by vegetables. And every 5-year-old's like, I hear you.
They can relate.
And White Rabbit reveals that the carrots aren't vegetables, but bombs, triggering them to explode just as Killer Thrill tosses them away. Guz and Cold War come to Killer Thrill's defense, but just as they are about to kill White Rabbit, Deadpool attacks in his monstrous form, snaring them with tentacles. Yeah, no.
I don't think those are tentacles.
He attempts to flirt with White Rabbit, but she flees in terror. The monstrous Deadpool tosses Guz aside and cheerfully devours Cold War, revealing him to be a robot. Guz tells Killer Thrill they have to retreat, to her disappointment. Returning to his slimmer form, thank you, Jenny Craig, Deadpool carries Black Cat away as the police arrive, remarking to himself that as far as first dates go, this was a good one. Perched on top of an apartment, he takes stock of his situation, lamenting that he can't even kiss the girl since taking advantage of Black Cat, thinking he's Spider-Man would be too creepy, even for him. Leaving Black Cat on the roof of the apartment, Deadpool web swings away, oblivious to the fact that he's being watched by Kraven the Hunter.
He's being stalked again!
Oh, good lord. Who also mistakes him for Spider-Man.
Yes, idiots.
I know, the suit's black and white, but it doesn't look anything like it. Like, you know. Is it, I don't know, is that some kind of like,
It's a convenient plot point. Is convenient. We got to push the story forward.
Well, I was going to say, was that like meta commentary too, about for all those people who'd say, "Oh, Deadpool looks like Spider-Man."
Does he though?
He doesn't, but you know, it's okay. a red suit.
I mean, they both have suits. I get it.
It's a red suit. It's a red suit and it's got big eyes. That's about as far as it goes.
I know. I was always so confused about that, but okay.
I know.
I'll allow it for the convenient plot is convenient.
All right. So yeah, what you think of this one?
Like I said, I think this is definitely my favorite issue. Actually, I don't know. It's a toss-up between this issue and the next issue because, again, I like how Kraven is drawn. It's just the rest of everything that's a little... But that I'm telling you, that Felicia artwork is nice. If you don't have this, I would pick it up specifically for that.
Oh, my.
But yeah, no, I think it's a toss-up between this issue and the next issue that are my favorites. But Like I said, it's fast paced. You don't have to have a high attention span. We're bouncing from one thing to the other. And of course, I love a good themed villain. I do. I'm a DC girl.
And I'm pretty sure, I think White Rabbit might be a DeMatteis creation. I'm not sure if I have.
Somebody Google that and let us know. We can't be bothered right now.
Oh, jeez. I was going to say I was going to do it.
Somebody yell at us in the comments on our Facebook. It's fine.
It's Saturday morning. No one's up. They're all drunk like you. Creators, yes.
It's 2020. If you can, you should be.
I know. Creators, Jam DeMatteis, Mike Esposito, and Carrie Gamble.
Oh, okay. Cool.
First appearance, Marvel Team Up 131, 1983. So yes, this fits the timeline.
No wonder I wasn't familiar. Just leave it at that.
Alter Ego, Lorena Dodson.
Probably a shout out to some childhood girl they had a crush on.
Wow, way to call him out there.
Remind me the next time we have an interview to ask him about that.
Can I ask you about your past crushes, Mr. DeMatteis?
Specifically A1? No.
Where did the White
Let's
Rabbit?
get to Craven, because this one's a little bonkers.
Look at that cover.
I know, it's great.
All right, so issue 4. Web swinging through Central Park, Deadpool thinks to himself that bonding to an alien costume ought to be more fun. But ever since it's happened, he's been overwhelmed with enemies and unusual situations. He pauses to rest on a tree, lamenting that all he wants is a nap, and narrowly evades a flurry of darts, asking if his opponent can cut him some slack. Snapping that he will show...
Is it slack you desire, Spider-Man?
Snapping that he will show neither slack nor mercy, Kraven the Hunter tackles Deadpool to the ground, having mistaken him for Spider-Man, and being intent on ending their long enmity. As Kraven prepares to stab him, Deadpool protests that he's got the wrong person and lashes out with a symbiotic tendril, accidentally flipping up the front of Kraven's loincloth. What is this, Little Hellfire fanfic? While Deadpool is both disgusted and impressed by Kraven's going commando, Kraven recovers and states that Spider-Man's new trick won't save him as he launches into a tirade about he's the Predator's spirit. Deadpool kicks him in the face and web swings away. Kraven retaliates with a volley of poisoned darts, which Deadpool attempts to evade, only to notice that several hit his back. Crashing into a tree, Deadpool falls to the ground in a delirious state, while the symbiote expels the darts and struggles to get away so that his healing factor can get rid of the toxins. Kraven arrives and finds the discarded darts, sniffing one of them before proclaiming that Spider-Man won't be able to hide for long since he mixed the toxins specifically to bring him down. Get it? Behind Kraven, Deadpool, disguised as a tree using the symbiote's shape-shifting, quips that this is where Kraven's mistaken identity is going to cost him. Sporting a fanged mouth and claws, Deadpool grabs Kraven from behind. Hey-oh. The Hunter gleefully remarking that Spider-Man has finally given into his rage and predatory side and that the true hunt can begin. He's interrupted by Deadpool asking if he dyes his hair and angrily kicks him away, snapping that he won't let his opponent's sarcasm ruin the sacred rite of the hunt. Deadpool begins to come up with a retort before the venom from the darts kicks in, enabling Kraven to attack him. Tossing Kraven aside with tentacles, Deadpool flees in search of a spot to rest, reliving his and the symbiote's memories as a psychedelic nightmare, and sensing the alien's profound loneliness, abandonment, and rage at being abandoned by the one hero it wanted to befriend. Aww. Dropping to the ground, Deadpool curls up to sleep the toxins off, not realizing he's landed in a lion enclosure. As one of the lions curiously sniffs him, Deadpool swats its snout away and grumbles for Aunt May to let him sleep. Suddenly waking up wondering who Aunt May is, asks Mephisto, Deadpool notices the angry lion which slashes him across the face. Deadpool prepares to return the favor, but a strange, ululating howl interrupts him. Kraven tackles the lion, snapping that no caged beast will take his prey from him. When Deadpool mocks his entrance and calls him a redneck, Kraven kicks him in the face and snaps that it was a Kraven-off virility cry. When he calls Deadpool Spider-Man again, Wade retracts the symbiote to reveal his scarred face, revealing that Kraven has got the wrong person. When Kraven is left speechless by his mistake, Deadpool assures him it was an easy mistake to make. But when he calls Spider-Man awesome, the symbiote abruptly seizes control and snarls that Spider-Man is not awesome, but a monster for bringing it to this strange world and abandoning it. As Kraven and the Lions watch in stunned silence, Deadpool and the symbiote alternate control as they argue, with Deadpool suggesting the symbiote cuts Spider-Man some slack since he's got a lot to worry about. The symbiote angrily cutting him off and snarling that it and Deadpool were one and hate Spider-Man together. Deadpool retorts that the symbiote was trying to control Spider-Man and that at this moment he could see why Spider-Man wouldn't like that. The symbiote is enraged by this insult, shouting that it helped Spider-Man and saved his life, but he left
Playing mind games.
But he left it to die and be hunted. Deadpool tries to calm it down, saying the symbiote has got him now, that it doesn't need Spider-Man anymore and can let go of its anger. Kraven interrupts, saying that Deadpool has made his point and that he can see that he's not Spider-Man. Livid, the symbiote takes over Deadpool and transforms into a bulky, monstrous form. Slamming Kraven to the ground, it snarls that it can tell that the drugs he's been using have left him terminally ill and that if he really wants
Roid rage!
I think it was just to keep him alive. I think he was old. And that if he really wants to kill Spider-Man, he should ditch the knives and darts and just use a gun. Kraven's last time.
Burn!
Burn! As the monstrous Deadpool leaves, Kraven stands up, awed into believing the symbiote to be a dark spirit, imitating Spider-Man's form to tell him what must be done and vows to hunt Spider-Man one last time. Get it? So Kraven...
Hunter killer? Oh, wait, we're not at the... Never mind.
Get it? Kraven's going on one last hunt.
One last hunt, people. You get it?
The next day, Deadpool wakens on a rooftop covered in pigeons and guano.
As you do.
Good night for Lilith. He assumes his argument with the symbiote was nothing more than a nightmare induced by the poisoned darts, and remarks that he hopes he's seen the last of Kraven and his Venom. Elsewhere, Killer Thrill vows to avenge...
His Venom?
Elsewhere, Killer Thrill vows to avenge Cold War, saying that she should be allowed to kill her teammates. She asks Guz if he's found the way to lure the symbiote to them, and Guz replies that because the symbiote has a connection to its past hosts, the easiest way to draw it out would be capturing and torturing Spider-Man.
Here for it!
Oh my. His life's torture.
Exactly.
So I wonder if it's just that he wrote a lot of stuff in the 80s, or if Bun's just like a big fan of J.M. DeMatteis.
Both. Why not both?
That's true. Because, White Rab, Kraven's Last Hunt.
But that Kraven's Last Hunt's a big thing. So.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying, yeah.
It's epic. It's iconic. You kind of can't help it.
Yeah. But it's like he didn't have to use White Rabbit, but he did.
Yeah, so maybe we're leaning more towards maybe he's kind of a fan.
Fanboy.
And it's so cool when comic book creators are fans of each other.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we should petition for them to work together.
I wonder if DeMatteis ever read this story.
Put it on the list of questions, follow-up questions.
Oh, that would be so funny. Be like, have you ever read this story? No. Oh, well, can you read it and then we'll talk to you about it? Get him and Cullen Bunn together. Yes, I did talk to Cullen Bunn once on Ray's podcast. I'd love to get him over here sometime. Because he did write a Moon Knight annual.
Wow, a Moon Knight annual?
Yeah.
That's all it takes for those damn loonies, huh? Fight me, Moon Knight nerd. They have such a limited canon. I get it. Fight me, nerd. But if Quasar can have a podcast, I guess anybody can have a podcast.
Bring it home, Kona.
Suck it, Lilith.
Wait, I thought you were going to say what about our Quasar podcast?
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
Come on, man. I set you up for it.
After you mocked it?
What about our Quasar podcast, The Quantum Zone?
What about our Quasar podcast?
I guess thank you for the for the opening there.
It's Ways World. You get what you get.
I hope it's going somewhere nice.
Nice.
There's a new drop I got to load for him. Oh Lord, Will's got a good one. All right, so should we do issue 5? I like this cover the best.
I think I like Kraven's Last Hunt cover the best, but this one's a close second.
Maybe because I like that black suit, but
yeah, everybody likes the black suit. Nobody likes the consequences of the black suit.
I mean, controversial take. I could live with him keeping the black suit over the red one.
That's at Nightwing PDP, y'all. Never. Red and blue is classic. I don't like change because I'm a fangirl. Although the black suit was the best change of the Spider canon. Sorry, Ben Reilly.
But Ed, how dare you say that about your boyfriend?
I love Ben Reilly. Y'all can discuss it on Scarlet Spider, okay? Keep it to the Sausage Fest on the last Tuesday of every month.
Or they could do like they did in the 80s and just switch back and forth between the red and blue suit and the black suit.
True. That way you know what you're getting.
True. Stick it on the cover. Be like, okay, it's a black suit issue. All right.
But yeah, this is actually a pretty decent wrap up to the run.
Oh yeah.
But I'll let you get to your synopsis, your book reports, as Charles would call it.
Oh, are we doing me now?
We're doing me now?
All right, last issue, issue 5. While web swinging through New York, Spider-Man is struck by a beam of energy. In too much pain to think properly, he barely manages to shoot a web line and stop himself from falling to his death. Good job, kid. Crash landing on a rooftop. Killer Thrill expresses disappointment that Spider-Man survived and is escorted by Guz, who tells her they need him alive if they want to lure the Clintar in. Killer Thrill disembarks to collect Spider-Man, gleefully remarking on the horrific torture she's planning to inflict on him. You and Black Cat. Elsewhere, Deadpool perches on a streetlight when the symbiote senses Spider-Man is in pain and takes control of its host to head into his location. Deadpool intending to save Spider-Man and the symbiote to kill him itself. Deadpool expresses confusion at his sudden urges to kill his idol, hoping he gets himself sorted out before arriving. At an abandoned warehouse, Killer Thrill laments Spider-Man's low pain tolerance as he lies in a pool of his own blood, stating that she plans to keep him so that she can torture him in zero gravity. Guz tells her... Sounds like a weekend at Will's house. Guz tells her the Clintar is getting close, just as Deadpool crashes through a window in his bulky, monstrous form. The symbiote in full control. Complimenting her choice of location, the venomized Deadpool lunges at her and snarls that he's going to eat her brains. The 80s and 90s. Guz blasts Deadpool with a sonic cannon, destabilizing the symbiote, and Killer Thrill kicks him in the chest. The symbiote separates from Deadpool to give him an opportunity to shoot the sonic cannon. Kicking Guz aside, Deadpool realizes how much the symbiote was adversely affecting his already messed up thoughts, but it rebounds to him and takes over again. Killer Thrill launches an eyebar at him with her psychokinesis, but Deadpool morphs his arm into a blade and cuts it in half, snarling that it'll take more than that to stop him. She attacks Deadpool's brain with a psychic blast, but the symbiote scolds her for forgetting it, and its hosts are a team, slicing off her left arm with its tongue. As Killer Thrill clutches her bleeding stump and complains that the symbiote is being mean, it quips she hasn't seen anything yet before devouring her severed arm. Watch that. A lot of calories there. Guz calls an end to the fight and drags Killer Thrill to the safety of their spaceship, telling her she'll need to get a new arm when she asks him to retrieve it. Having finished eating Killer Thrill's arm, Deadpool chases after them and jumps onto their spaceship, intent on eating them both. The spaceship blasts him off and flies away, so Deadpool turns his attention to the unconscious Spider-Man, menacingly extending tentacles toward him and snarling that it's time for payback. Inside, Wade desperately fights the symbiote's control until it separates from him, snarling that Wade has to let it kill Spider-Man so that they can be free. Wade tells the symbiote he's not going to let it eat Spider-Man, but the alien can't reply to him without a host that ignores him. As the symbiote prepares to devour Spider-Man, Deadpool throws himself in between it and its prey, declaring that if it wants to kill Spider-Man, it'll have to go through him. As the symbiote looms over him with its maw open, Deadpool states he understands that it hates Spider-Man for abandoning it, but that devouring friends just isn't something that's permitted on Earth, no matter how mad you are at them. And that if the symbiote really wants to go through with killing Spider-Man, then he doesn't want to be bonded to it anymore. Deadpool prepares to be eaten, then opens his eyes to see the furious symbiote leaving. In deep space, Killer Thrill's spaceship approaches that of the one who hired her, Guz and Cold War to capture the symbiote. Disembarking with Guz, she calls out to her employer, telling them that the longer she's kept waiting, the more she'll bleed out onto their floor. Their employer, the Collector,
Yikes!
chastises them for failing to capture the symbiote, and Killer Thrill retorts that she barely escaped with her life and that she's not good at bounties that require the target to be brought in alive. The Collector admits that some reward might be in order, remarking that while they may not have captured the Clintar, they prevented great cataclysmic chaos from ensuing by separating it from Deadpool. Jeez. When he remarks that he's still disappointed at not being able to add the Clintar to his collection, Killer Thrill offers him Guz as a consolation prize, stating that he's not the last of his species, but that she'd be more than happy to stop by his homeworld and fix that on her way home.
Burn.
Burn. On Earth, the scorned symbiote returns to Our Lady of Saints Church, followed at a distance by Wade, who chastises himself for acting like a creepy stalker. Wade laments that he can't help but feel responsible for the symbiote and that they made a good team aside from the bloodlust it felt towards Spider-Man. He remarks to himself that he never thought much of Spider-Man before bonding to the black suit and wonders if it pushed all the respect and love it felt for Spider-Man onto him. Nearby, Eddie Brock stands in front of the church, trying to talk himself down.
Like, this is the best Eddie Brock's ever been drawn, by the way. This is like the most sympathetic version of Eddie Brock I've ever seen. So maybe there's sympathy for Eddie Brock that Bun feels. I don't know.
Well, because he's trying to talk himself down from committing suicide. Wade approaches him and states that he looks like he could use a friend, suggesting he might find what he's looking for inside the church. Eddie agrees, stating that he has to follow through with something and do something right for once in his life. As Eddie enters the church, attracting the attention of the symbiote, Wade thinks to himself that Eddie seemed like a nice guy and hopes that he gets his head on straight. And so, kids, yeah, that's right. Deadpool created the biggest cash grab in comics history.
And yet he didn't go back in Deadpool 2 to fix it. How dare he?
Wrong continuity, little hellfire. So yes, that's the true origin of Venom.
Also, did you put Deadpool the Duck on the list?
What?
If not, did you put Deadpool the Duck on the list?
I don't believe I did.
We're gonna have to have Charlie if we ever do put that on the list.
All right.
Just so maybe we can do that for like what do we have for October this year? 2021.
Well, here, let me look, young lady.
We gotta do Deadpool the Duck.
Okay.
Gotta.
You know what? I'll actually have to read that because I don't think I actually read that. But I'm willing.
We gotta keep it light on the Deadpool podcast. You know what I mean?
I know.
Keep it light, keep it fun, keep it cash grabby. See?
Let's see. October, we have, let's see, we got Deadpool 10 from 2013. We got Deadpool 900. I mean, we can easily slip out one of those and put
Yeah, we'll do it just like we did this one. Do our, do the synopsis, do our favorite panels and stuff you might have missed. Funny ha-has.
I was going to say, is that another whole mini-series?
Yep, it's 5 issues.
All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll let you know. Yeah, I'll.
And if you need help finding it, you can count on me. By the way, remind me to send you the link for that thing you asked for. That I gave Ray.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Whoa.
Thank you for that drop. That thing I gave Ray. Anyway, so yeah, overall, like, what grade would you give this?
On a scale of cool Deadpool book to straight up cash grab, it falls somewhere in the middle.
Oh.
I do appreciate it being kind of filled with love and fun references and things like that, but the artwork is just kind of, the general artwork of it all just kind of, so I'm stuck at like a B-.
Okay. I mean, I can see that. I might have to give it a B. Just, I don't know. Maybe just the 80s references, and I don't know. I appreciate the work Colin put into this.
Yeah. We never complain about the work Colin Bunn puts in at all. It's just kind of odd that they keep calling him for these cash grabs. That's all. I see a lot of cash grabs on your Marvel resume, sir. Do you care to explain?
They must like how he puts together a cash grab.
There's been worse. We've covered worse.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this was I like this better than Deadpool and Gambit.
Yes, I can agree with that. That one was kind of odd and came out of nowhere. This one, I see where they were going with it. Because we did the Deadpool Secret Wars, things like that.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like a natural evolution that they would get here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like the story.
Deadpool versus Gambit came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody. Absolutely nobody.
Exactly. I like the story better. I like the art better. It just came out of nowhere.
Out of the gooch. That's definitely where Venom comes from.
Oh! Out of the cash grab gooch.
Out of the gooch.
Boing.
Gobble, gobble.
All right, so here's a question. So does the symbiote eat all these arms and brains and stuff, or are Eddie Brock and Deadpool now cannibals?
They're cannibals.
Nice.
Whoa, that's pretty damn big.
I mean, first of all, Eddie's a big old blockhead who loves protein, so, I can see it for him.
Protein.
Nobody tell Rob.
Yeah, get it out of your system now. Nobody tell Rob. Oh, I gotta play that later.
Nobody tell Rob. It's Wade's World. We're safe. It's fine.
Yes, but like you said,
does he even know this podcast exists? If he doesn't, nobody tell him.
He'll probably be like, "It's still around."
Anyway, no, we definitely should get Mr. Bun on the podcast one of these days.
Exactly. We shall. We will.
Mark
Kid
my
does
words.
good work. I appreciate him.
Yeah, I reached out a couple times. He seemed willing to. It's just the scheduling was never right.
Yeah, he's been really busy with his creator-owned book. I can assume.
Yeah.
So.
I was gonna say I don't think we have any.
But
more.
yeah, we've done worse issues of Deadpool that have been like cash grabs, and like I said, this was actually like, let's just get through this. Let's throw as much stuff and as much fun at the kids as we possibly are legally allowed to.
I love it's like enough stuff.
Because sometimes they don't do that. It's just like the zombie issues. It was kind of like a sludge kind of. Like, it was fun, cool little things, but it was just one thing. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's all I have to say about it. Great job on the story.
Yes. And Lilith Hellfire, do you realize we only have 2 more episodes of Wade's World this year?
What?
Yep, because, since we alternate with Comic Capers, those kids over there, yes, only 2 more episodes of Wade's World.
Those kids over there are alter egos. Our good side. The Spider-Man to our Deadpool. Wait a minute, we do have a Spider-Man cat.
You're not so evil double, yes.
Exactly.
So yes,
the evil double has a light goatee.
Oh,
not a full dark building goatee.
Charlie Esser. Anyway, so only 2 more episodes of Wade's World this year. For those of you who don't know, before Deadpool ever got really cash grabby and got his own ongoing series and stuff like that, yes, there were 2 miniseries in the 90s. First one will be next.
Back in the 90s.
Early 90s, yes. Deadpool the Circle Chase. Shut up, Lilith.
Yep.
only a 4-issue miniseries, and then followed for the end, our last episode of the year, Deadpool Sins of the Past. So, I believe Fabian Nisa Iza does the first miniseries. I think Mark Waid might actually do the second one.
I can't remember, but I know Fabian does the first one.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Without Rob Liefeld, so yes, the feet are anatomically correct.
Burn! We'll never have him on our podcast. It's okay.
Oh, I'll kiss his butt if he
I'll
comes
settle
on.
for Christopher Priest. It's fine.
There you go. Talked to him about some U.S. agent.
Just me sending death beams.
Oh, good for you.
On that note, I think we have some sponsors to talk about.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. All right. I'm just double checking to make sure Ray's feedback didn't go through. Yes. Ray tried to send us feedback, but that Australian Wi-Fi is
damn kangaroos.
Sketchy. I know.
Damn Pokemon that live in freaking Australia.
What the F?
So right now it's the middle of the night there, so Ray's in bed.
Rumpy pumpy.
Anyway.
Hey-oh!
Finn's like, oh, thank God. Anyway, that's right. So if you want to send your thoughts on this issue, maybe we'll have Ray's feedback for Back in Black next time, or send them on those 2 miniseries coming up. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to support our follow Wade's World on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
It's early. It's okay, Phil.
I
see you're drinking caffeinated water, so.
I had to read a lot. Anyway, so yes, follow all our social media, links to our YouTube channel where you can watch this video and more. Go subscribe, please. Links to merch, links to Patreon, links to everything, all in one convenient place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember to support our sponsors, Tweaked Audio. Hear all
Get
that.
yourself some headphones, kids.
Hear that 80s goodness of this episode from those Tweaked Audio headphones. And Hunt a Killer.
Michelle Gray needs your help, and you also need to stay in the house. So what better way to combine those two things than an escape room in a box? You're welcome, Rob.
Oh, we'll see if he likes it later. So Hunt a Killer, Tweaked Audio, use the code Southgate, like you said. And then, hey, go pick up Pod Life the book. Now, Volume 1, now digital and paperback. The audio version coming soon. Learn all about podcasting by some maniacs. And go get Volume 2's coming soon. So get Volume 1 right now. You can get that on Amazon. And when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help. The link doesn't affect you at all, but helps us support this show, the network, and
gimme.
That intergalactic madman, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. Why did your eye drift over to my box? Go back and look at my history. I get so much right.
Lilith.
Well, you kids want to hang out with me on the interwebs, Arrowverse is coming back, and I do mean Arrowverse is coming back shortly, so follow me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire. If you're a cool kid or a hip grandparent, feel free to follow me on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire 86 for boring life updates, at Lilith Hellfire 69 for the memes and comics. And also, if you're on TikTok, you can look me up at Lilith Hellfire 69, just desperately trying to blend in. Pull yourself up and slip into it. I'm 12 when you need me to be 12.
Yeah, you're going to have to talk with Marnell later. From what I hear on their show, she's like addicted to TikTok now.
Oh, it's very addictive. The trick is to put your notifications on silent.
Well, she said. Well, I think she said she gets on there and it's like,
scrolling for days.
1 minute video and she's on there for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, we'll have a talk with Miss Marnell. Don't you worry.
That's right. Thank you for joining us. Only 2 more episodes of Wade's World in 2020. And then we're back in 2021.
Oh, here's the 2021 being a better year, guys.
Oh my god.
It's looking bright. It's looking bright already.
I was gonna say, it can't be worse, can it?
I don't know. It's pretty old and senile.
Oh! Like his Big Macs.
Jill should have ran. That's all that I'm saying.
What?
Jill Biden should have ran, not Jill. That's all I'm saying.
Remember, kids, maximum effort, zero common sense.
Zero common sense. And we will see you next Thursday.